More and more people are now turning to councils like this one in East London to sort out their problems the Islamic way. We've spoken to Sharia bodies up and down the country who say their cases have more than tripled in the last few years, with thousands of people now turning to Sharia law. But several Muslim groups have told us they're concerned about the unregulated growth of Sharia courts. A new report says councils are discriminating against women.
They don't treat women, for example, equally for inheritance, to receive equal inheritance with a man. They are not entitled for having custody for children, and the custody for children is automatically go to the father.
And Divya is with us now. Morning, Divya.
Morning.
So Sharia law, what in essence is it?
Sharia law is essentially the law of Islam, and it comes from a combination of sources like the Quran, the life and teachings of Prophet Muhammad, and fatwas, which are essentially Islamic rulings that are made by scholars. And Sharia law essentially governs all aspects of a Muslim's life. It's a moral code and basically decides how it will essentially live.
How will the two systems, legal systems, coexist? Can they coexist side by side, Sharia law and, for example, the English or the Scottish legal system?
Well, they're already coexisting. These Sharia bodies that I've been sitting on over the last 6 months, speaking to people using the body, speaking to people running them, they're ruling on civil disputes, so family problems, financial, commercial, and they're all voluntary. People are voluntary going to these councils. They're not ruling on any criminal cases, and any kind of rulings that they make are in accordance with Islamic law, but also within the boundaries of English law. And we've seen how the two can coexist. Some British law firms as well are offering up Sharia departments, so giving people solutions both under English law and Sharia law.
Why such an increase in the use of it, do you think?
Well, the people I've spoken to say that Muslims are becoming increasingly more familiar with their religion. They want to be more faithful to their religion. So they're going to these Sharia councils who give them essentially solutions to their problems within the boundaries of their religion. And you might also remember in 2008, the Archbishop of Canterbury made quite explosive comments at the time that the adoption of Sharia law is unavoidable in certain aspects. And that raised a lot of awareness for the British Muslim community. And they realised, wow, there are Sharia courts here, there are Sharia councils here, and we can go to them.
In your film, there were some groups suggesting that Sharia discriminates against women, but we heard a proponent of law. What's your view?
Well, the big problem here is that the growth of Sharia law is unregulated. There's no body, there's nothing overseeing the growth of Sharia law, and with any kind of unregulated practice, there's going to be problems. And we've spoken to women and seen a report that does raise concerns that women are being discriminated against. So these councils are quite male-dominated, so in some cases ruling in favour of the women. And that's why a bill is being brought before the House of Lords, and it's aimed essentially at regulating these Sharia bodies so that they can still coexist, but making sure that they operate within the boundaries of English law and making sure that no groups are being discriminated against.
Okay.
Divya, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Still to come on this morning's programmes, we are on Her Majesty's Secret Service at the National Motor Museum in Hampshire.
Yes, Laura Trant is there to tell us more. Morning, Laura.
Good morning to you. Join me later on at the James Bond exhibition here in Beaulieu, where I've got my finger on the button of one of the world's most iconic cars in movie history, the Aston Martin DB5. But first, the news, the travel and the weather where you are.